Like, we are in a food industry, or to be more precise, biscuits or snacking industry, and that industry itself is very resilient. So even if you look back in the past 3 years, the industry has grown. Mondelez has beaten that growth, so we've outgrown the market significantly, thanks to the investments that we've made in our consumers and in our business. We've grown high single digit in the past 3 years, and we see that growth continuing as we entered into 2023.
High single digit in saying like 8%.
That's high single digit,
yeah.
Yes.
And I've learned that I actually visited your Suzhou plant,
Yeah.
which has been famous by becoming a WEF lighthouse factory after Mondelez invested during a 5-year period of time, $50 million.
Yeah.
Why is it worth it?
Good question. The short answer, it is worth it. And if I think about it, 3 reasons. First is the investments done in over 50 different technologies in digitization help us make the quality of our products even better. To give you an example, every 5 seconds throughout the baking process, we check the quality of our products. And in the end, that goes to consumers. The second is efficiency. We've managed to improve our on-time service level significantly through the investments we made. And last but definitely not least, through all these investments, we've been able to reduce our CO2 emissions significantly. Over the past 5 years, we've increased our volume by 20%, yet reduced our emission by 43%. So we sell more and emit less. So worth it in a big way.
Right. So intellectual manufacturing and digitalization, I think that's going big in China. China, as I learn it, has more lighthouse factories than any other economies in the world,
Yeah.
As the government put a lot of emphasis on the upgrades.
Yeah.
What's your observation throughout the whole industrial supply chain in terms of these upgrades?
I think digitization overall in the industry, China is leading, and government plays an important role in that. If I simply look at the industry park in Suzhou where we operate, that eco center, that helps us with emission reduction significantly. Example, if you make biscuits like we do, you have crumbs, and crumbs create waste.
Yeah.
We now are able to send these crumbs to another company also on the park, and we get biogas, therefore zero emission in return. That ecosystem is enabled by the industry park and thus by government.
Great to see that boost from the governments. One last question, because as the market noticed, China's first half recovery has been positive, but
Yep.
somewhere they say it's quite moderate. What's your prediction of the second half in terms of market demand for consumer products, including food?
I think I agree with your previous speaker. We're optimistic about China's future. We're optimistic about the second half, and we're very optimistic on the long term in China. China is home to the world's largest middle class, the world's fastest growing middle class, and that is what makes China
Some
attractive.
300, 400 million people, right?
Yes, that's a lot of people, and growing. 80 million people more over the next 3 years. And 80 million people more over the next 3 years will become a little bit more affluent, will get disposable income to invest in their quality of life. That is very attractive for any consumer company, amongst them us, which is why we continue to invest in China.